Welcome to qnawire.
In part A, let me get it blue. The sample proportion is the ratio of the number of sample members who answered very important to the total sample size. And so the number of sample members who answered very important was 110 out of the sample of 200, and that's 0.55. For part B, the confidence interval is p hat plus or minus the critical z times the square root of p hat times 1 minus p hat over n. And so that's going to be 0.55 plus or minus the critical z at a level of 0.05 is a 1.96. Over sample of 200. And so our lower boundary here, I'll go to, let me see what we're looking at here. So the lower boundary is found by subtracting 0.55 minus 1.96 times the square root of 0.55 times 1 minus 0.55 over 200. And that's 0.4811. I'll go to 4 and you can reduce that if needed. Then the upper boundary is 0.6189. And then for part C, to test the population proportion greater than 0.65, the alternative hypothesis would be that it's greater than 0.65, and now we need a z-test statistic, which is going to be p hat minus p over the standard error, and that would be 0.55 minus 0.65 over the square root of 0.55 times 1 minus 0.55 or 0.45 over 200. Let me get that calculated. That's negative 2.84. And if we look at the critical z as being negative 1.645 at this level, it's more extreme. And so our well, it's actually even less than, and we're testing to be greater than, and so we would fail to reject the null hypothesis. There's not enough evidence to conclude that the population proportion is greater than 0.65.